Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the West Virginia Mountaineers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Mountaineers will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Pitt Panthers offense will go on the attack first. Early last year, this was a contender for game of the season. Back and forth, Pitt looked to be dead in the water and somehow found a way to come back. This backyard brawl never disappoints.
It was fantastic. I mean, it was back and forth, high scoring. Both teams got in the 30s, and Pitt needed to deliver late, and they did. They scored 2 TDs in the last 3 minutes. Quarterback went in fuego. It was an unbelievable game.
Yeah, all around, too, for Pittsburgh, right? Because it wasn't just Holstein throwing it. He also led his team in rushing that day. But the defense came away with 2 critical turnovers. That was the difference in this game. The backyard brawl, man. This game is so much fun to watch.
You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big 3rd down. Looking deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So the West Virginia Mountaineers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Mountaineers with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Barnes.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And here's what I like about that, man. That feels like an instinctive play. Like, this guy almost knew it was coming. You know, most of the time in a bootleg, they want to show you.
Throws toward the end zone. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. One final play before the end of the quarter. Pulls and fires complete. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They want to run it left here. There he goes. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Pitt right back to the line.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Trying play action. He's got the tight end. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Wants to throw again. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Third down coming, in the Morgantown faithful making it tough on this big play. Got a man. It's Williams. Oh, it's loose. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. West Virginia has it and the offense ready to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Caught on the outside, it's White.
That's when I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete, because he made the catch but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
Fires to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Dropping back, it's Holstein. Gets open down the middle.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
A really good job by the defense, understanding 3rd down, the situation of the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a 4th down.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, no backyard is safe when the Panthers and Mountaineers get together, and that's the case again today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between West Virginia and Pittsburgh plays out.
Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the 3rd quarter. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the 2nd half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
The play action fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Throw toward the sidelines is caught, but it's out of bounds and incomplete. 2nd down coming.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
He'll try to do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit, nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Caught over the middle. It's Gallagher. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Complete downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The Mountaineers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Pressure coming. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Singleton. Touchdown, Mountaineers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Finds his big tight end.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Pitt pushing the pace.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They just keep firing. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big third down. Here comes the heat. Finds the tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a...
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Got the first down and more. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Rides the back on the option, the give. And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
On the ready.
It'll be 3rd and long.
Cricket.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He's taking a deep shot. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Pitt! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They want to see if they can score the deuce.
Spider.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Morgantown will be rocking tonight as if it is ever any other way, as the Mountaineers take down Pitt and win the backyard brawl. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for